Hey, what's up guys? Mike Sheppard here from AskMen, and as we all know, you can run out of options in talking to your friends about certain things, and sometimes it's good to sit around with some women and get to the bottom of some real issues. And one of the more sensitive issues that you probably aren't talking about with your friends, if it's happened to you or if you know someone that it's happened with, is the issue of something that we'll call, for sake of argument, performance anxiety. So, girls, this is obviously something guys are super sensitive about if it's happened to them or they're worried that it might happen to them. So why don't we put some of those fears to ease, and why don't we talk a little bit about how you would perceive this happening to you, or has it happened to you?
I think that as a rule, the girl is not as upset about it as you are. And she's less stressed out. If anything, she feels like it might be something that she's doing. And so she's a little bit like, whoa, like what am I doing wrong? But chances are the first thing on her mind is not, oh my God, what is wrong with him?
I've always been a little bit like, oh, am I doing something wrong? You know, what's wrong with me? So I would never really, the first thought that comes into mind is never, oh, what's wrong with the guy?
I think it depends too whether it's the first time you're with them and it happens, or if you've been with them for a while and it's a one-off.
I think that's the key also, is like, you don't need to, you know, stop all the action and like, you know, sit down and have a big conversation about it. I think the key is really to like brush it aside as much as possible, not make it into a big deal, and then, you know, try again next time. And if it's a persistent problem, then I think you can have a conversation. But if it's like the first or second time that you're with someone and it just doesn't happen, you know, there's so many factors that are going on at the moment that I think you can afford to kind of brush it off a bit.
Yeah, I'd say what you're saying is the first time you're connecting with someone that way, if you really like them, there's a lot of emotions that may be happening at that time that are not the same as they might be for some drunken one-night stand. But beginning that relationship, there may be some stuff going on that you're nervous about that guys shouldn't feel badly about. Sarah, have you ever experienced this?
I have, but I've never thought it was me. I mean, I've never ever judged, I've never thought poorly of the guy. I've always assumed it's a one-off, and it always has been a one-off. It was nerves or alcohol, and I've never ever thought less of the guy because of it. I mean, it's really like, it's not a big deal unless it happens again and again, then maybe go see a doctor.
And I think also probably age plays a big role in this for men. Like, I know when I was younger that this was never an issue ever. And you know, like as you get older and you start dating older guys, I think that it becomes more like you have those experiences more frequently. So it's also just biology.
I think the bottom line is that for a guy, if you get too upset about it, it's gonna become a thing. So like if you can all just take it easy and like laugh it off, it's like almost guaranteed to be not a big deal.
That's true. If the guy can laugh it off, then the girl will laugh it off.
But I think that's the interesting thing to note is that you guys don't look at it as this kind of game-ending situation where you know, if anything, the women are kind of looking at this out saying like, what can I do to help the situation? So there you go, guys. I'm sure it's something that everyone's talked to their friends about at some point or another, or maybe their doctor or whatever the case is. But the fact is, the women are not running for the hills when this happens. They can work through it with you. So be sure to communicate, but don't over-communicate.